All right, guys, today got the multi-tool that I think every outdoors person should have. So stay tuned and I'll tell you why. All right, guys, so I've got the Leatherman Signal here. All right, so I've had this knife for quite a while now. Used it. You can see it's fairly dirty. It's got quite a bit of use in it. The place that I work is super dusty, so it's not very good on knives at all. You can maybe even hear it's a little crunchy. All right, so it does need cleaned 100%. Wouldn't hurt it a bit to be cleaned. It's all dusty and everything, but it's held up extremely well. All right, so like I said, I've had this knife for quite a few months now, and I could count on one hand how many times it's not been in my pocket while I've owned it. And I mean, it's just a super nice. It's exactly what I need, pretty much. I feel like not very often you find that in a multi-tool. I feel like usually it's missing something, but this knife is like I said, it's the one that I always pack. I held off buying this one for a while. Actually, I didn't even buy this one. My brother bought this one, and I ended up trading it off of him. And so I've had it and packed it way longer than he did. And so yeah, let's get into some of the features. All right, so right here, it's got a ferro rod. All right, so what you do is it's got this little lock in here. All right, just open that up. All right, and it slides out. All right, you can see it's awful dirty. So this is also a whistle. If I was in distress, I would probably use this thing, but it's probably pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. It's been in my pocket. So survival situation, life or death, I would use this, but not right now. So anyways, this is a ferro rod, and I really like the way they integrated this into it. So you can see it just kind of goes in that little lip right there, and then it clicks in. So again, to get it out, pull that back, push that up, and there you've got it. And it's not just going to pop out or anything. Like, it is it's in there solid. And again, you got that little lip right there. It goes in and just clips right back in there. All right, so it's out of the way. I mean, doesn't affect you at all whenever you're using the tool. Either way you want to use it. These aren't spring loaded, but like, I don't know, something about them, like, they're not, because I typically prefer spring loaded, but this doesn't affect me at all. Like, I mean, you can use them really nice, but you know, some people don't prefer spring loaded, so it is what it is. Alrighty, so there's that. You've got this sharpener. All right, so what you do, this is the lock for the other tools. You press this down and it pops out, and then to put it back, you just set it on top of that and just clips right in. And you see, it's got a little bit of movement, I guess, but that's just because of the way that the lock is. Like, there's no way that this is going to fall out. So it's there, and again, just press that down. There you go. It's got a good little curve to it, because I don't know, that's another main thing. I was opening it up to get to the knife for whatever reason, but you don't have to with this one. The knife and the saw is both on the outside, but so it's got this for the serrated blade. So it's half serrated, kind of like that, kind of don't like it. Like, for a survival kind of knife, since it is like a half serrated, usually if you're feather sticking or something, you know, making feather sticks or, you know, anything like that, like I said, I prefer a straight edge for that reason, because I feel like that makes a better feather stick than these serrations. But, you know, it's all preference. I don't know. I'm more of a straight edge kind of guy, but it doesn't really affect me none. It doesn't really bother me. So you can see I've sharpened it a few times. I think I broke the tip out of it once, or took a big chunk out of the tip, whatever it was, but fixed it, so it's not that big a deal. I've not really had a problem with it staying sharp. I mean, it's not like the sharpest, best blade that I've got, but you know, it does the job. The saw, on the other hand, love this saw blade. Personally, I almost think I like the Leatherman saw better than a Swiss Army saw, but I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So again, both of these, you don't need to open the tool to get to it. All right. But if you open the tool, it takes you to the other tools. So you've got, you got your Phillips or flathead screwdriver. So it's got their little exchangeable bit. Now you can also get like extra bits that they've got on their on the Leatherman site. It's got like a window breaker and stuff, which is cool. I don't have that, but it is cool. So there's that. Again, everything locks. So press that down. Dirty fly. So again, press that down. All right, disengages it. You've got an awl. Again, this awl is extremely sharp. Like it's, I don't know, it's a really good designed awl. If you could like design an awl bad, I don't really know, but like this one is really nice. It's really sharp, and I have surprisingly used it quite a bit for, I mean, just other, you know, different things that you would kind of want to kind of pry. I've pried with this, made holes with it, you know, and it's, you can see it's pretty thick, and I really like that it locks. So if you guys have ever used like a Swiss Army knife awl, you know, I've had them fold on me, and it's kind of aggravating to use. This, where it locks, you don't even have to worry about that, and I really like that. And then you've got your bottle opener slash can opener, which the only thing I really use this for, again, is like prying. I've pried with this quite a bit. Never open a can with it, but it's super sharp, and you could, super pointy. It's got a little edge right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, how well you can see that, but it's got a little edge there. So I don't think it's going to have any problems opening up a can. It's got, well, let's stick with the pliers real quick. It's got these pliers, which you guys have already seen, and you can exchange the jaws on it. So I really like that. I've not ever had to exchange the jaws on it, but if I or any other multi-tool, but if I did have to, I would be able to. I have had, you know, multi-tools, it's got big divots in there where I've tried to cut stuff that it wasn't supposed to cut, but you know, if you was to do that with this one, no big deal, just change it. And I like that feature. I've used these pliers quite a bit. I feel like you never really know how much you're going to use a multi-tool until you pack one and use it every day, and then you don't have it. So that's the reason why I have kept this thing in my pocket for so much, because it seems like every time I don't have it, I could use it, and it's like, man, I really wish I had it. So keep it in my pocket. It's got a hammer on it. They consider that a hammer. I have used this for just random, like little tiny trim nails and stuff like that. Nothing major. I think they have in mind like tent stakes and stuff. I've never used it on a tent stake, but I don't see why you couldn't. So you've got that. And then it's got this little hex head tool right there, to where I've got like a little set with like Phillips and T25s, different just hex tools, and they fit in there perfect. And yeah, I mean, it's not going to be, you know, it's nothing crazy, but it's there if you need it. It's got a little carabiner right there, which, you know, it's not bad. I don't prefer to pack my knife like that, but if you wanted to, you can, I guess. You know, it's got a pocket clip, so I always just pack it right in my pocket, and I actually prefer it that way. So this thing is like really a lot like a Skeletal. I think is why I like it so much, because I really like the feel of the Skeletal. It's just there's not enough tools. So they've pretty well just taken the Skeletal kind of skeleton, I guess, and added a bunch of tools to it. So this thing is like super light, especially compared to my Super Tool. Now there's not as many tools as my Super Tool has, but like I said, it's got pretty much all I need. So I think the Super Tool has like an extra like flathead bit and different stuff, but I've not really ran into anything where it's like, man, I need the skeleton, or I need the Super Tool and not this one, because, you know, to me this one does fine. And it could be different for you guys, I don't know, but let me know down in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, I really like this, really enjoy it. It's not that heavy. So like my Super Tool, I always pack it in like a belt sheath, and what I'll do is I'll pack Super Tool and then my flashlight, and it's just super heavy, kind of bulky. My flashlight itself is just kind of bulky anyways, but the Super Tool to me is just really heavy. With this in your pocket, it's really sleek, so you don't really even have to worry about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Well, before I close out, it's also got this lock. All right, so you don't have to worry about it coming apart. All right, I always leave it unlocked, mostly because if I do lock it and I go to open it up, it's like, but if you do want to lock it, you've got that option. But yeah, I mean, can't really, I don't have any complaints about this knife. There's not been any time where it's like underperformed for me. So like I was saying, if you got any questions, leave them down in the comments. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next one.